Yeah, so let's do this pet project vibes. There it is. New ready feasible. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. To this point here on the radio diffuser, I'm not entirely sure yet on what I'm gonna do. Do I make a fake pipe on the one side for those that wanna have dual pipes? Or do I just make the fins and keep the 1-2 pipe there? I don't know, I'll have to see what I do. Just mark down. Into a hot collapse. So now what I've also decided to do is that I wasn't entirely sure if I'm going to make it one full rear diffuser or not, but I've decided that I'm going to make it one entire full rear diffuser with the winglet on the side over there, but it'll all just be literally one piece, so literally proper bolt on. So at the top piece you can actually even maybe double-sided tape if you wanted to put it on your original diffuser, so you can double-sided tape on the top. And then towards the bottom there, you would basically screw in the winglets on the side so it holds the bottom, and it'll also hold by the top because it'll be one uniform piece, so it won't be as heavy as what the original ones that I was making were. So onto this side, and then from there we can actually start putting some foam on it and see what this actually comes out to look like. And please don't judge me about the level. I know I am on high stilettos on my car that I can legitly fist in between the gap. That will come over time after this is all done, where get a younger dropper suspension, and then everything else should be nice and sexy. Other additional things that I'm considering on doing is it's going to be the rear spoiler, and then at the top here I have some extra little items that add a little bit of a zest. You'll see when that comes in. I'm even considering on adding or creating my own little custom mud flaps, where it'll be something that you can actually just put in there yourself, but nice and customized with maybe some branding of some sort. Little wing over there, and what else is there? Could also have like little vent, since some of these cars have so many fake vents. Maybe could even have a little vent there. I want to build my own Sculpting cup spoiler, or just additional add-ons that you can add onto the top without having to make the spoiler look disgustingly ugly or unusual. That I'll see. And don't forget, please do like and subscribe at CZWNJ on all social medias, Instagram, everything. The page for the car content will be coming. Just need to post the previous car's content first, but the handle is what is it called again? I think it's VW Grizzly, but I'll mention that down in the description. And then other elements that I also want to introduce will be another rear spoiler. Kind of messed up my previous one, so get a fix on that. And then maybe also in these canards just over here on the light, maybe have it a bit more of an aggressive stance than where it is now. Just something that just bulges out a bit, but can also just be added on as a quick add onto the vehicle itself. Maybe even with like a little air gap on the side, so it'd be like bulged out a bit and then come down, go across with a little air gap for the air, which actually will allow more air to go into the actual wheel gap and cool down some of the brake pads. But usually you would actually have that within the car itself. So I'm improvising for now until I actually get to a point where I actually get another project Scirocco car. or extra body panels actually that I can actually break in and drill into and just bolt on, bolt off, because I am a bolt on, bolt off type of guy when it comes to vehicles. So that is a few of the things that you'll be seeing during the course of the project. Right now it is just more of the taping. On the next video, or maybe I'll edit on this video, you'll see me actually putting it all down and then actually cutting it down to the right sizes of what it should be, and thereafter pulling it all off and having a final product. But yeah, please make sure you do make sure you do subscribe and you do like. But the car, I guess, will be parked here for like a week since I blocked off the exhaust pipe also, just to not get any foam in there. And I'm actually even considering and thinking if I should make it a 4-pipe look-alike type of vibe, so having that pipe gap there, but maybe even have it as an O gap over there, have another one there, but it'll be a fake one for now until I actually decide if I want to cut into this one's exhaust pipe also, like I did on the previous one. But I'll have to wait and see if I want to do that. But as I said, I'm a bolt on, bolt off guy, so that might not happen, but the look and the feel will work. But yeah, other than that, thanks for tuning in. My name is D.I.Y, and please make sure you do like and you do subscribe to the YouTube channel. But anyway, yeah, let's get back into it. If you haven't watched some of the videos that I have made before about the rear diffuser and the canard makeup, please make sure to hit the top left corner. There will be an info box to see all the other images as well, all the other videos. Now that I had a bit of it actually on for the canard, well, the rear canard, don't really know what I'm gonna call it, but after I got that down, started reapplying to make it thicker because there was some that was holding. When I started going onto the rear diffuser, I tried just spraying it on thinking it would stick, but it didn't stick, so I found myself a cardboard box, and I guess that did the trick. I also put some foam packs, well, foam pieces in between so that it actually holds. But yeah, we actually got it going and we got it done. So something I need you guys to realize is that this is the result of not using gloves. I actually went through and I tried to attempt to actually use water to clean my hands. That didn't work. I had a nice young formula of soap and water that I used for my windows. Guess what? That also didn't work. So yeah, pretty much stuck. But I then resorted to having to use spray paint. Well, not spray paint, sanitizer. Tried using sanitizer, as you can see. Sprayed, the adhesive went down, the stickiness went down, but nope, it didn't work too. So make sure you get yourself some gloves and you should be good. Oh yes, and by the way, please do let me know what you guys think down in the comments description. If you think me doing or adding on voiceovers over the videos is a good idea, if it makes you guys feel more at home, it gives you guys more content in terms of information, please do hit me up and write that down there. And thank you again for joining me on this journey. Please make sure you do like, please make sure you do subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Let's get the show on the road. Basically I ran out of pure foam for that part there at the back. But ended up taping up every other part on the car. As I had mentioned, I'm making front canards and I am making rear canards and the rear bumper, so I had to tape up everything round about where I'm going to do it. I'm going to use the vinyl printing as the guideline. But yes, I actually found that the pure foam is nicely dried, it's nice and tough, and that is how I tested. Now at the front, I ended up laying some of the new pure foam. As you can see, it's a different color for the shape of the canard, and it ended up drooping. So unfortunately, I feel like I should have actually taken off the bumper and actually had it flat whilst I poured, but it is okay. I guess it'll work. What's up? Back again with another video, and if you haven't caught up, please do click on the top right corner to see what we released last week, if not earlier this week. So just to catch up, we put down the pure foam and let this section here dry, and then finally moved on to cutting it down, trimming it down, getting the ideal look, feel of what we're trying to get. And you know, when I was playing around, I was looking at, let's put a little bit of an air gap for aerodynamic purposes, which do not exist. But if you want to butcher me in the comment section, do butcher me. But the idea was to push some air towards the brake pads. But now I need to fill in those two gaps, that gap right there and that little piece over there, so I do not mess up the mold. Now let's go into a time lapse of what I did on the other side. So I'm officially call it a day. Thank you for tuning in. This is the second video. Let me know what you guys think. Does it look proper? The thing is actually properly proportional. Over here I opened it up too early, so I'm gonna have to open it, pour some more, and then leave it overnight. Hopefully it'll harden as much as what this side had hardened before I touch anything on the bottom rear diffuser. Everything is to be proportional. That is the name of the game. But let me know what you guys think in the comment side. Please make sure you do like, please make sure you do subscribe, and please make sure you do leave a little comment right there and share it with your friends. Make sure your friends see all this content. And as I said, this is just to show you guys the process that it takes to produce such little elements for your cars. And I will be sure to actually resell these items if there's anyone that wants to get them. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Another day coming ahead, and I think the final day would actually be tomorrow. I actually get the whole shaping done of that rear diffuser. Ooh, guys, oh, it's gonna look like a beast. Yo, can't even switch on because right about over there, the exhaust pipes are completely filled. Not by fault, but by masking tape. So just do things the right way. But as you can start seeing, the shape is coming along very slowly, very surely, and it's gonna look dope. Trust you me, it's gonna look fire. What's up? Back again with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed the previous 2, if not 3 videos. And please make sure you do like and subscribe. If you haven't been caught up, please make sure you hit the top right corner and look at the other videos. So pretty much what I got back into doing was cutting down the foam, especially after, as you can see there on the bottom left corner, that dried down a bit, but it left a couple of gaping holes. But I accepted that it is what it is and just moved on and pushed on. Now, as I am actually sketching all of these sections out, I realized that I went too shallow on the bottom right corner, well, bottom right side, as I was actually just afraid to start with bottom left, as the exhaust pipes need to be cut out. And I must say, I don't think you should actually be using a knife on your car, because you can actually cut through the paint, if not cut the clear coat, if not cut the paint itself. But I'm a professional. Trust you me, I'm a professional. But I carried on going, and I'll just leave you guys to keep watching this hyperlapse, and I'll inform you guys where I hit a couple of hiccups. I am completely sorry if the video quality has been changing. All my phones are full. Just gonna use this other phone. This is where we are so far. We're just not happy with the sizes of the fins themselves. So I'm taking that board and I'm gonna cut it into pieces because I want these fins to basically protrude out and down because the extra, so I have to do some extra sauce on the extra sauciness of the actual part. But basically what I'm going to do now is got some advice. I'm going to use cardboard or well, this kind of plastic cardboard, which might make it easier to ply it off once the thing's actually glued. But ideally I'm doing that so I can have the 3 fins looking nice and clean. And actually, please do write down in the comment section if you think I should maybe add another 2 pipes on the other side and make it a 4 pipe. I've seen some, I don't really like them, but just yeah, comment down and let me know, or I will just maybe put some covers over this and have the exact same thing, if not a fake piece over there for looks and aesthetics, until I decide to actually redo my back box and resignator box of this car. If that is something for another day, but for right now, just gonna create these fins and make them larger. Hopefully I have enough spray left, because I know I am running out of it, but hopefully just would be enough and actually fill the whole thing up. And I'll see you tomorrow morning whether it actually does the things. To actually cutting the pieces, and they will all end up being this size right over here, and they will end up looking something like that. So basically from this I will have the aggression that I had from my rear diffuser on the previous plexiglass ones that I made, but now I'll have ones that are nicely aggressive that will actually be fiberglass and won't melt due to the exhaust heat. But that is the extraness that I love, and that is the extraness that I am going to add to it. So as I happy lapse into cutting the pieces, check y'all later. You know what, this would be the perfect opportunity for you guys to please do comment down and let me know, is the sizing that I'm using right? Is it too far from the car? Is it too close to the car? Please let me know, like comment down, like, and on top of that, let's just pause before you see the final view. Yeah, this is a perfect time for you to go to the subscribe button, click, and make sure you share it. And also, like, keep me informed. Are you enjoying this type of video, this type of content? See you guys on the flip side. So I have reached this point. I've reached this point where you can actually see yourself. I need more arm length. Where you can see yourself in the fits. This is as far as I am right now. Rather make them longer than make them shorter. So once it's dry, I can cut it shorter. But that is the aggression I am looking for. Some depth and some distance from the vehicle itself. Now initially my old ones had like a center flap in between where these things were bolted onto, but for me I'll leave it the way it is, and then maybe at the end what I can do is actually add a bottom sheet just to also actually protect these and have that extra effect. And another thing that I'm considering is to actually fill out the bottom of this, so the space of the exhaust actually goes through the hole itself. That is something that I'm considering on doing. Flip back, but I'm not entirely sure, because that would make space or allowance to actually have like RS3 exhaust pipe on that side and that side. So it'll still be a 2-pipe, but it'll still hot as air. But yeah, let me just get back into it so I can call you that. Okay, don't shoot me. I know that is covered blue, but I got the pots to make the pots happen so the pots can be done. So it is officially late, and I feel like I have nothing left. And while we wait for everything to just dry down, actually, I guess I'd like to thank you guys for actually joining me on this journey. Please make sure you do like, please make sure you do subscribe. And I know those loyal ones that have already subscribed, I know you're sharing. If you haven't, subscribe. See you guys next week. Let's go! I am so sure to many this is gonna look so awkward. Pour with foam on it. First time driving it out. Hopefully everything sticks on. I need to get to Pretoria. But all I can do is just hope for the best. That nothing falls off. And maybe drive at a slow speed, not too fast. So as you guessed, I think I did get some sort of reaction, but that guy looked kind of, I think, impressed. But guys, look at that, this camera view. I love it, but unfortunately my mic was not working at this point. I don't know what I was saying, I don't know what I was mumbling, but I think I was mumbling something on the likes of, I am scared, I am shit scared. Is the spoiler still going to be on the car by the time I get to Pretoria? But I ended up cruising at roughly 80 kilometers per hour, 8100. I did actually flop it a bit, got myself to like 120, but then ended up relaxing again. And look at that guy. Does he look impressed? Do you look impressed? Does he look irritated, pissed off? I don't know, but I got some sort of attention from it. To Pretoria, this will actually be the test whether it's still on the car, because I don't know if it's still on the car. But yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks. Made it all in one piece, still in my car. From Randwick to Pretoria. Yeah, let's see the front fins actually. All of the small gentle ones. Well, as you can see for yourself, everything made it in one piece. And guess what? The next part, we sand it down and hit that fiberglass. Hope you're looking gorgeous. But anyway, as we get back into the video, basically just started sanding down, and I do need to give a big ass shout out to KB Wheelie Kings. If you need to learn how to ride a bike or do wheelies, I'll put his contact down in the description section, maybe even his logo. I'm not entirely sure. I'll just have to hit him up and find it. But what we actually ended up doing is that we actually sanded down everything, just trying to get the shape out. Those cardboards that I put in there for the shape, I ended up trying to cut it out, but realized that there are some gaping holes in the back center, so I ended up trying to get some wood glue, which makes no sense, to try and fill that gap with the pieces that we've cut off. Shortly from there, basically just sanded everything down, and yeah. shortly after there, KB taught me what I need to do is that I take the fiberglass, cut it up into many little pieces, basically pulling it apart. But I must say, guys, what we're doing here isn't really the best way. I itched since it was my first time. I had no clue what fiberglass is, what fiberglass does, but broke it up into small little pieces and strands, make it easier to apply, and actually makes it stiffer because you're actually making the paper, well, the fiberglass go into different shapes. And then pretty much applied it. The mixture of fiberglass, we basically had a hardener and we had the fiberglass, and what we ended up doing is pour a bit of the fiberglass and 5 little droplets of resin hardener, and then mixed it up and just started applying. Anyway, let me just shut up and let you guys go through the hyperlapse of the applying. Oh yes. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends. I think we're on 366 followers. We're getting into 2024. I want to have a goal of having over 10k followers / subscribers before the end of 2024. And I guess this is how we start. Thank you for watching. See you guys on the flip side. And Happy New Year's! Have a blessed one. Have a motive one. Oh, and by the way, Happy New Year's! I hope you entered the year beautifully, elegantly, smoothly. I know you guys are ready for this year. So there is a word we use, amanga, meaning we work together. One of KB's employees assisted me doing the front canards. He was a bit fast though, I won't lie. But I guess that's how he does his process until we rectify and make it smoother. Check the other side. It wasn't looking too nice, so we took a break from that side. So one thing I've noticed is this ridge here was a bit too small. So before I go any further, I did a bit of a ridge, just need to glue that down before I put any fiberglass. As this side already has it, it's not going to need a lot of shaping. So this was a bit too high, so it'll be cut down right there and go down for that proper ridging. And finally, I kind of came late with the camera, but essentially I made that center, the center fin slightly thinner in the center, with the top being the rain light that will be there. And I actually ended up cutting out a few other things. The reason being that, for example, this patch I was warping, so I had to cut that out so I can start again and have a nice flat piece right there. This piece here was also bubbling, so I did the exact same thing. So I take it as because I didn't have enough hardener on or mixed inside. So now at least it is better. But yeah, back to hyperlapsing with adding the shandies. Maybe you might actually have to flip the car around. And you already know what the #1 rule is. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Come on guys, let's get this. Don't forget, the goal is 10,000 subscribers. What's up? I'm back again. Next phase. I don't even know how to use this. I'm using body filler to basically, get this thing nice and smooth. For those that know how to do it, they'll let me know, but I don't even know how to do it. So from mixing, I hear you must fold, you must not, what, but I'll just try and walk you guys through the whole process. So first things first, I am going to attempt to sand as much as I can down for getting a smooth texture. And yeah, it's gonna go something like this. So this is a very labor intensive job, guys. So now through with the price, don't even ask me questions why is it where it is. So everything is sanded down. As you can see, where you see the white patches, it means that there were bumps that you sand down, so that's that. And then now it's a matter of mixing the body filler, wiping down actually the surface first, using the body filler, and yeah, we'll work from one side and work over to the other side because it's my first time using body filler and I've never used it, so I don't know how to use it. So yeah, so what I'm going to use to clean down the surface is sanitizer spray, so some of the videos that I've been seeing, what they say you need to do, and I shouldn't be wearing such nice pants while I'm doing this, but basically what you have is you got your body filler liquid similar to the Fiberglass, and you've got your hardener. The hardener, apparently you should just make sure that it's mixed properly so that when it touches everything together you don't find that it didn't mix properly. So it's pretty thick. So I think I'm gonna start off with that much for now. I don't know if I should be touching this thing with my hands like what I did with the previous Fiberglass, which was a mission to get off, but I'll experience it on your guys' behalf. What I'm gonna do now is take the hardener, and they say the hardener should be around about 2% of everything here, so you just draw a line just across, and that should be my 2% that they say. So in all honesty, this seems to be the only route, but I'm going to use a scraper rather than using this, because I actually do need the squeegee, and a scraper I can just scratch off after, but I'm going to just do that for tonight, because it is also getting dark, and I'll just touch up with this thing again tomorrow. So the most that I'll be able to do today is basically maybe trying to sand this down and getting a flat surface, but I could even cover that dip that I had over there, which is ideal, so I can have a nice clean white red diffuser when I'm done. So yeah, see y'all on the next day. It could be video magic or not, we'll see. Next day vibes, clean shirt, branded, make sure you holler if you want one. Back to the car. What I did yesterday, as you can see, is that it looks horrible right now, like the way that it looked when I started before using Fiberglass. It all needs to be sanded down first to see the final product. So I'm just gonna lay across everything else and we'll take it from there. So waited about maybe 2-3 hours now. And I would have 2 grip, I got an 80 grip and I got a 100 grip. And I started with the 80 grip, which is more. No, 80 grip is harder and rougher. And then like the 100 grip and the higher you go actually becomes smoother. So I'm going to start off with the 80 grip and 100 grip. But basically the whole idea is to take down all of that imperfection that you see there and make it nice and smooth to look similar to this one right here. From that to that. And then maybe have another layer of, what's this thing called? Have another layer of body filler just for the final smoothness of the product. So this is all you have to do to get to a freaking final mode. Yeah, hello. So what I'm officially going to do actually right now is remove most of these parts off the car, just so I can actually file them down and send them down properly without having to worry about the car. There will be a lot of masking tape presets definitely on the car itself, and that is because we have the side so make sure that you find out what I'm going to do. So yeah, let's get to it. It should be pretty easy to remove it. Make sure I don't actually cut myself with this fiberglass. So we can really easily see. So that is an entire 25-minute job just to remove 2 pieces.
And whenever I price it, guys, don't be amazed. So I actually took off the one on that side, but then it kind of broke on the side. But I think it does actually look okay-ish. And funny enough, when I was pulling it, didn't do it purposefully, but realized that I actually did it on both sides. Both sides got cut. Which I think actually works better with this. That length. And on this side, which I actually think does actually still work as canards. Not the full way, but I will create the full way and a halfway also. Just for those that want to choose whichever one, the other side is cute. So that's just removal of 2 canards. Took me 25 minutes, patience, and pulling slowly because it actually ends up snapping the sides. But they really put it in the canards, and now I have to see if they can work along also. But that we shall see in time. But now my biggest issue right now that I'm experiencing is the adhesive from the masking tape. The adhesive from the masking tape does not want to get off. So I've been checking some videos. Some videos says use petrol, some said use what's the spray, whatever the name of the spray is. So looking at the time, I am going to have to most likely chuck out and look for something that I can use to remove this. As the canards are done, the rear diffuser will stay on the car because I still got quite a bit of more work in terms of refining and cleaning, and it's a big piece, whereas a smaller piece should be easier to handle off of the car and protecting the car. And I had a fear actually when I was checking that I would actually have some cut marks on the body from cutting, and I actually don't. So pretty good job from myself. Everything once cleaned off should look fantastic. Look at the side view of the rear diffuser. Oh baby, baby. I can't wait until it's done. So much effort, so much work. And the one canard from the front has been taken out. The other one needs to also be taken out. And then I'll show you all the pieces together. So I think it's about that, crap. It's about that time I removed the rear diffuser now. Look. Okay. It's time to remove it off because it is actually coming off as it is. If you look there, nothing that's due to rain because it's been raining for a while right now. So I think it's about that time. It's been in the sun. Look at that. I feel like if I drove with it any much more, it would actually fall off. So hopefully I can take it off and record with one hand at the same time. Let's do it. That's here. Oh, there you go. It's just that easy. And it's also got the negative mode. Well, the negative mode. Let's take this car back to the way it used to be. But just for now, I'm gonna do this with one hand, guys. Oh, the car set is needed because of the masking tape that is all over this car. Literally a few more bumps and the whole thing would have just fallen off. So I'm just holding this so it doesn't actually break. Like here, where it's still stuck. doing this one, man, might not be the best thing to do. Oh, I thought I was just peeling off so easy. I think it was its time to come off. This is easier than some of the other parts, I must say. Way easier. And that is that. Ooh. Come on with it. Easy, quick and replace and back to stock. I hope you guys can see it, because the brightness is not the best. Okay, next day vibes. Let's move on to actually adding some body filler onto the parts. As I'm sure you've realized, everything has been removed off the car and things are not looking, well, they are looking actually pretty great. And on top of that, don't forget, I don't know what I'm doing. So if you have more information and more insight on what I should do next, please do inform me or improve my knowledge. So the body filler, to my understanding, it should be 1 hardener to 8 bits of the body filler, and then mix the two together, apply it and leave it to dry. So that's what I ended up doing with the front canards, back canards, and also the rear diffuser. I've realized only 80%, well 20% of you guys are subscribed, and the other 80 either new, haven't subscribed yet. Please make sure you do subscribe. Please make sure you do like. Please make sure you share this content, just to allow me to understand what you guys like and what you guys don't like. And yeah, don't forget, subscribe, like, do the right thing. Let's go. So this is where I am officially. Just masking tape that baby on. Taking away all the cuts and extra stuff. Obviously it's just hanging a bit, but that's all due to me just using masking tape. But as you can see, that is kind of an image of how it'll look on the car without the additional fiberglass. Thing is looking pretty neat. Obviously still need to do a lot of work, but this is more of a fitting, and then also finding where my side lights are and filling this gap, which you'd never really see unless you actually took those pieces off, but I guess I didn't, so joke's on me. But pretty much just extending that, and on the other side and cutting this out for the reflector that sits literally right there, as you can see.